Today, December 21st, a year ago today, my husband, John, took me in the back of the van to the Ronge Hospital emergency. We arrived at 9:30 a.m. My foot reeked of gangrene, the middle toe was disintegrating, my foot was swollen and red with black dead skin spreading visibly and quickly on the sole. X-rays were taken and sent to Saskatoon. I kept asking for food and for antibiotics. In August I had had a burn in my stomach from a canning accident. It became infected. The Southern Clinic gave me antibiotics, but they were duds. We made a few trips to correct the situation. They refused to listen and kept giving me the same unmarked pills. My gums and other sores were showing orange blood. After the x-ray, I was told that I was to be sent to Saskatoon to have my foot removed. I said, no. I needed some antibiotics. Dr. Beta hooked me up with IV and clindamycin. In minutes, I felt the relief. At 3 p.m., I was allowed to be admitted and given food. My blood sugar was at 21. Under 8 is safe. For the first time in my life, I took insulin. 8 doctors were in my room at one time. Some had come from Saskatoon. Some were sincerely concerned and wanted me well. One wanted me out of her hospital at all costs. I always walked to the washroom, took showers, started doing the halls with the walker, my husband. Yet every day they were pressuring me that I was to go to Royal University Hospital to have at least my toe removed. They said my toe, but it was really my foot removed. One male nurse seen me reamed me out because I was defying the authority of a doctor. The foot wasn't the issue. Rebellion against a government Medicare decision was. Some doctors and nurses were clearly on my side. Others clearly weren't. There must have been some good fights outside my hospital room. When the maintained authority doctors came into my room, I started saying, no, before they opened their mouths. I said, in the summertime we go play with softball with our children and grandchildren. I need 2 feet for that. I said, everybody I know who had a toe removed is dead. St. Padre Pio told me while still at home that my foot would be all right. In the hospital, he just kept saying, say no until Christmas. In the morning of the 25th, a doctor walked into my room. I said, no. He said, nobody is going to pressure you about amputation of your foot or toe again. In one session of about 5 doctors, one asked me to wiggle my toes. I did. One nurse said, she does that really well, doesn't she? He went white and said, yeah. There was infection all through the foot bones, which were crumbling into little pieces. One doctor came into the room, closed the door, and sat down. He said, I have never in all my life seen blood sugar go down so fast as yours. There was shock in his voice. About 2/3 of my toe had disappeared. One nurse said, you're growing a whole new toe. I was ready to go home. There was bacon, turkey, and presents for everyone in Grey Valley. School was to start. I was told I had to be in the hospital for 6 weeks. That would have essentially shut down the school. I told John to take me home so he could get my computer to start blogging and get my knitting. Some thought I would never return, but I was in at 8 p.m. as promised. By January 2nd, I checked myself out. 12 days of Christmas in the hospital was enough. People already had heard 'twas in the winter time about 24 times. No one insisted on a follow-up x-ray. For the antagonistic doctor who wanted my condition as a reason to get me out of the north and preferably dead, medical evidence of something miraculous was not what she wanted. I had a relic of Blessed Saint Kateri and the Holy Canadian Martyrs hung on the railing of the bed. I said the rosary constantly. Meanwhile, our brother Nathan, while on a retreat, found one copy of a book about Sainte Marguerite Bourgeois. The miracles used to confirm her sainthood involved saving gangrenous feet. He said a novena to her and felt an affirmation from her that she was on the job of saving my life and my foot. After 2 months, I quit taking insulin and later quit metformin. I followed a strict high-protein, high-fat, low-starch diet, as I have on and off most of my life. I'm healthier than I have been for years. I have 2 feet and 10 toes. And got to the ball game.